Now get your mind out of the gutter. Over the past few months, I've seen a lot of articles talking about raw dogging travel challenge. Now, at first, my mind went to the place that most people's probably did, but raw dogging now has a different meaning. I'm still sure it has the old meaning as well. But in any case, raw dogging travel challenge kind of relates to digital minimalism, but really doesn't. So I don't know who created the raw dogging travel challenge, and honestly, I'm not going to go down the TikTok rabbit hole because first, I don't have the application and I really don't want to waste time looking at all of those videos. But as the rules stand for raw dogging travel, this usually relates to a long haul flight, and this means that you're not using any entertainment. So you're not watching any of the in-flight entertainment on any device, listening to music, reading books, or doing anything, not even sleeping, eating, or drinking. The only thing you can watch is the flight radar. So a lot of people have been creating raw dogging travel challenges, kind of bragging about the time they go on their flight not doing anything, just staring into space, looking out the window, or watching the flight radar. When I look at it, it's a bit silly to have a challenge where you can't do any entertainment. I understand by not using your device and of course not using your phone in flight, but not reading? I mean, this is a bit extreme. And I think a lot of people doing this challenge are obviously doing it for views and clicks on social media, and this is not really a lifestyle change, this is just a challenge. But I think the challenge itself does have some merits. I think not using devices for a certain period of time can give you some mental clarity. Now, not sleeping, eating, or drinking is just plain dangerous. Don't do it, especially if you have health conditions. I know myself, I have some underlying health issues, and if I didn't drink on a flight, this could cause major medical complications, so this is just a no-go for me. But I do not use a lot of devices when I'm flying. I'm usually flying with my 4-year-old, and we're coloring, drawing, or doing things that aren't on a screen, so I can respect that aspect of it. But honestly, I don't have the luxury of staring into space or staring at the flight radar. I usually have a child to manage, so I don't think this challenge is necessarily targeted at parents. I think this challenge could have some positive benefits. I mean, for people who are constantly on their smartphones or smart devices, being unplugged for a few hours can make you reflect and see if you really need those devices all the time. I mean, once you get off the plane, you're obviously going to go straight to your smartphone and upload that TikTok about you not using any devices the whole flight, even though you were filming with your device to make the TikTok. In any case, I think it could plant a seed for some people who might be curious about digital minimalism. I mean, digital minimalism is not a challenge, it is a lifestyle change, but you can take from this challenge certain aspects and kind of mold it to your life. I know for myself, I'm not using devices per se on a flight, but I think using an e-reader shouldn't be an issue, or listening to music. Having no entertainment for 7 to 12 hours on a flight is a bit crazy to me. I mean, your brain is always going to be wandering, and some of us, our brains lead us into bad directions and overthinking and leading to anxiety. And honestly, some sleep would help in this situation, but if you're raw dogging as a traveler, you can't sleep. So this challenge for me is a bit obscure and not really making much sense. But not being able to use your smartphone, I think, is a big positive. A lot of flights nowadays enable you to connect to Wi-Fi, and I kind of like the beauty of going on a plane and not being connected to the internet and not feeling that you have to respond to emails or notifications, and being able to deconnect in this long period of time is definitely a positive thing, and I think people should take advantage of that. Whether it be making it a challenge or not is up to you, but I would strongly suggest not taking it to the extreme of not sleeping, eating, or drinking. With the raw dogging travel challenge, I was kind of thinking of different other scenarios that you can do, because not everyone is flying every day, and maybe there are certain time instances where you don't need to be on your device and you don't need to be eating or drinking either. Maybe this can be a shorter commute to work. Maybe you're taking a train or public transport and you want to really challenge yourself and kind of check in with yourself before you get to your location. I think this could be an excellent way to incorporate this challenge. If it's an hour journey or something like this, why not? If you're in a doctor's office, if you're at a hair salon, I mean, there's lots of places where we instinctively go to our phones or to a device to entertain our brain. You can also take something like a notebook and jot down some ideas. I mean, I don't believe not doing any entertainment is probably healthy, especially for those of us who are struggling with mental health. So having an outlet to entertain the brain, whether it be a creative outlet, it could be crocheting or knitting, it could be drawing a picture, writing some notes, just having something to do for the brain is not a bad thing. Not always being connected to a device, also a good thing. So I think what we can take from this raw dogging travel challenge are some habits that we can incorporate into our life, especially as digital minimalists or people curious about what they could do besides being on their device, and kind of go forward with changing small things, small commutes, small spaces of time that we used to fill up with our smartphones. What do you think about the raw dogging travel challenge? Let me know below. Thank you so much for watching and see you soon.